It's new play day on Shakesyear. Woohoo! Yay! Yay, we get to start a new play, and it only took us 430 episodes to get to Henry VI, Part 1. So this is a 3-part Henry play. There is Henry VI, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, which feels a little bit like it's going for like the Harry Potter or the Twilight thing where they have to take the last one and divide it into way too many pieces. But whatever. This one needed to be 3 parts long. But this first one is actually quite interesting, and there's a lot that goes in there, and there's a lot that's gonna be familiar to you, even if you don't really know it. There's like historical stuff in here that rings a bell, things like Joan of Arc and the War of the Roses, all of this starts in this play. So today we're kicking things off with the Duke of Bedford in Act 1, Scene 1. And Act 1, Scene 1 starts out with the funeral of King Henry V. So Prince Hal, who we have spent the entire rest of the summer with, has now died. Historically, he died of dysentery at a very young age. Well, very young age. But that means that Henry VI, his son, inherited the throne at a very young age. And that factored into his effectiveness as a king. And the way that things stand, because he became so young, he had all sorts of other dudes around him, all of these various dukes, to act as advisors and that kind of thing. So the Duke of Gloucester is like the Lord Protector and one of his best advisors, but there's also the Duke of Bedford, the Duke of Exeter, the Duke of Winchester, blah, 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 and they all come in. And they start out with his funeral, and they're talking about how sad it is that King Henry V has died because he was such a great man. And I believe it's the Duke of Exeter is like, why are we not trying to avenge this with a sword? Though how you avenge dying of dysentery, I'm not exactly sure. And then Gloucester and Winchester get into it a little bit, where Winchester is like, well, he was such a great God-fearing man, and all of the things that he did were because God commanded it. And Gloucester's like, yeah, but why weren't they praying harder for him to live longer? And Winchester's like, yeah, you just want to control the new king because now you're Lord Protector, so this actually works to your advantage. And Gloucester's like, oh, come on, like, leave religion out of it. You don't even go to church. And the Duke of Bedford says, cease these jars and rest your minds in peace. Let's to the altar. Heralds, wait on us. Instead of gold, we'll offer up our arms, since arms avail not now that Henry's dead. Posterity, await for wretched years, when at their mother's moistened eyes babes shall suck. Our isle be made a nourish of salt tears, and none but women left to wail the dead. Henry V, thy ghost I invocate, prosper this realm, keep it from civil broils. Combat with adverse planets in the heavens, a far more glorious star thy soul will make than Julius Caesar or bright. And then a messenger runs in and says that they're losing territory in France, left and right, all over the place. France is winning back territories. And tomorrow we get to hear more detail on that from messenger number 3. I'll see you tomorrow for more Henry VI, Part 1. Mwah.